everybody, today I'm going to be doing a review on ColourPop Cosmetics collaboration with Jenn Im. I have no idea who she is, but these products were fantastic. Now this collection featured a quad, and this is called the Je ne sais quoi, and each one of the shades is a number in French, so that's kind of cute. So this collection did feature 3 lip products. It featured the Ultra Satin Lip in Dohee, D-O-H-E-E. Not really sure how you're supposed to pronounce that, and also a pencil in the same color as the Ultra Satin Lip. And it also included a lipstick in the shade Generation X, and this is in their formula Matte X, and I'm wearing it on my lips right now. Now I did do swatches on my hand. Here we go. This is the Dohee, but it's kind of faded a little bit because I rubbed my hand. So there we go. I'm going to have a live lip swatch as well, but I just want to show you guys real quick. Now if you're unfamiliar with the Ultra Satin formula from ColourPop, it's a little bit lighter wearing and not as drying as their Ultra Mattes. That being said, it does not dry down to that super matte formula. This is going to stay a little bit tacky. It's almost transfer proof, and the good thing about this shade is even though it's light, it did not cause streaking, bleeding, feathering. It was very opaque in one swipe, as you see here. And here's the lip swatch of this. As you see, it performed really well. Next up, in terms of lip products, I have it down here, but of course I have it on my lips as well. I don't know why the lip products just rubbed my hand when I applied them. Also, the pencil real quick. Here is the pencil. As you can see, it's a little bit darker. And you saw in the swatch video that I did use both of them, and you could see that the pencil was darker. As for the Matte X Lippie stick, if you're unfamiliar about the Matte X formula, I have a whole review on all of their shades, and I will leave the link below. But if you're unfamiliar about it, just a quick run through is that you put it on like a lipstick. However, even though it is in lipstick form, it kind of behaves like a ultra matte lipstick, ultra matte liquid lipstick, in that it sets down, feels dry and kind of powdery on the lips. You get used to it though, and it's pretty much transfer proof. This one was non-streaky, didn't feather, very opaque application, just all the positive things you can say about a lip product. This was it, and it lasted up to 10 hours. The satin lip lasted about 8 hours just because it's a little bit tacky and it comes off more. And here's the live lip swatch of this. So as you can see, this performed really well too, and they're kind of in the same family of color. However, the lipstick itself is just a little bit more red. Now in terms of the shadows, there are 4 shadows. I believe you could buy them individually or you can buy them as the quad, and I have them swatched on my hand right here. Now I do have a live swatch of these as well, and here's that. So as you can see, they were very smooth. If you're wondering like how do they apply on the eye, do check out my tutorial. I did do a full look, this whole look that I have here, I did a whole tutorial on it. So if you want to know how they apply using brushes and whatnot, please do check it out because it'll give you an even better idea of how these perform. Shade is number one, and this is a shimmery highlight of a shadow. This has a metallic finish and it can be built up, it could be sheared out. I used it as a highlight underneath my brow, nice and sheer, but I also used it by putting my finger in it, made sure my hands were clean because you do not want bacteria sitting in these. Patted it in here and then patted it on my eye to get a really opaque look. You can do that. You can use a flat dense brush to paint these on, fluffy brush to shear them out. Very great. And this one I liked, it can go from super ultra metallic to really sheer sheen, kind of like a highlight look. Like I think this would even be good on the cheeks. The next shade is Dew, and this shade is a satin. I love this shade for all over the eye. It's a nice kind of like medium sort of warm tone brown, and I feel like this is great for all over the lid. This is a great way to just make, this is a great shade as a transitional shade. Put this in your crease, put this on your crease, put this on your lid. You could just put this on your lid and then everything else can just go on top of it. If you're looking for a no makeup look, this is great. Just put a little bit of this in your crease, help to define your eye a little bit, and you're pretty much ready to go. I liked using this with a fluffier brush or even just a fluffy flat brush, but nothing too thick. I like to kind of diffuse it all over the lid. But of course you can apply it in a thicker way as you see here, and you'll get more of like a shadow you'll get more of like a lid shadow than you would an all over the lid shadow. The next shade is Trois, and this shade is also a satin. This was a great crease shade. It's got depth and also it's got a little bit of red in it. It really reminded me of fall, honestly. Very, very fall shade, but also very, very fall shade, but also very, very everyday shade. Like I could see this working for a lot, and I can see this working for a lot of different skin tones, which is a plus. Very smooth to apply, very easy to blend out. The only matte of the bunch is the shade Quatre. And this shade is a much deeper chocolate brown. This is good for lining, this is good for smoky eye, this blends out well, so you can have a sheerer shade. Like you see here, it's fully opaque, but if you want to sheer it out, you absolutely can. Here it is sheared out, and it's almost as light as the other shades in the collection. You can make it it's just different toned, but as you can see, you can shear this out effortlessly. Now if you're unfamiliar about ColourPop Cosmetics, the formula of them, you want to keep them closed real tight. They could dry out, so that's why you want to keep them closed. They're very similar formula to like Max Electric Cool, but just a little bit better in quality, believe it or not. For $5 each, these shadows really perform well. One note is that while you're working with them, they blend, they're great, but once they're on your eye, they're kind of set and they're not moving and they're not going anywhere. You can rub your eye and you'll only do minimal damage. Like it's not moving around. These really don't migrate. The great thing about these is if you have a shimmery shade, there's no fallout. Very good in those terms. If you have oily eyelids, you may want to put down a translucent powder on before you put these shadows on your lid, just because you don't want to risk them creasing. However, I've never experienced creasing with these. They set down so quickly, enough time for you to work with them, but they set down quick enough that you don't have to worry about creasing. I've never had any of these shadows crease on me. Overall, the lip products, the eye products, very nice collection. I do feel like this was a little bit more of a fall collection, just because this collection has so much warmth in it. That being said, in terms of skin tone, I feel like any skin tone can wear these, but if you feel like you're more partial to warmer tones, warmer products, absolutely pick this up. The price point is amazing. Like I said, the shadows are $5 each, or you can get all four for 20 bucks. The lip products, I believe the satin lip is $6. The ultra matte, I believe, is the Matte X formula is $5, I believe, and I believe the pencil is also $5. I'm going to have links to everything below, along with all the price details and all that, plus the link to my tutorial if you'd like to check out how these apply with brushes. So did you guys pick up this collection? And if you did, let me know what you guys got, and if you didn't, is this something you guys would be interested in? As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and please be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm Recycled Stardust.